Hello guys, today we are gonna look which Primarch would win if they are all fighting against each other in an arena. So let's look at the single Primarchs. At the chapter 1, the Dark Angels. Their Primarch is the Lion. He is a strong sword fighter and his strategic really strong. Then we look to the Emperor's children, to Fulgrim. He has very high speed and agility and is very arrogant, it's his weakness. The Iron Warriors. Perturabo is very strong and massive, but he's not as fast as other Primarchs in battle. The White Scan has Khan. He's impulsive but very fast in combat. Then we have Leman Russ from the Space Wolves. He has brutal power, but he's maybe getting uncontrollable through rage. The Imperial Fist have Rogel Dawn. He's very defensive and strong, but predictable because he always used the same strategic. Then we have the Night Lords, Conrad Curse, one of the strongest Primarchs because of his future seeing. He can see what his brothers are going to attack. But himself, he's just medium strong. Then we have the Blood Angels. Sanguinius, the legendary angel. He's very strong and fast. He's also a future seer, what can give him really strong bonus. Then we have Ferrus Manus from the Iron Hands. His melee abilities and his craft power is legendary, but he is self-comfortable. Then we have Angron from the World Eaters, with his brutal power and strength and speed, but he gets also easy uncontrollable because of aggression. Then we have Guilliman from the Ultramarines, the master tactician, but not a good fighter. And Mortarion from the Death God, the very tough Primarch, but not as strong in battle and not as fast. Then we have Magnus from the Thousand Suns, the incredible psychic powers, but in fight not strong as Primarch as his brother. Then we have Horus from the Sons of the Horus, with its incredible strong and has very strong abilities. Then we have Lorgar, the weakest Primarch I think. He's just charismatic and is weak. And we have Vulcan from the Salamanders. He's really strong and tough, but he understands his enemies easy. So we are coming to number 19, Corvus Corax from the Raven God, the master of stealth and shadows, but in open fight he's weak. And at last we have Alpharius, he is very strong and distracting and manipulating people, but he's not as strong in melee battle. Well, let's take a look closer on the Primarchs and compare them with each other. Then I will decide who is gonna win and who not. Okay, Lion is a strong sword fighter, but I don't think he's gonna win, because there are Primarchs with better abilities. Fulgrim is a high speed and agility, but not the strongest. There are other Primarchs who could beat him in battle. Perturabo is strong and massive, but not as fast, and other Primarchs, for example Fulgrim, could use it to beat them. The same as with Jangatai Khan. Leman Russ is one of the strongest. He could win. His brutal power is strong, but if he fell into rage, he could get uncontrollable and lose the situation. The next one is Rogel Dawn. He is defensive strong but predictable, what is the strongest weakness you can have if you fight each other. When the other Primarchs know what you're gonna do next, they are counting you easily. Then we have Conrad Curse. I would say Conrad Curse has a good chance to win because of his future seeing. He isn't so strong in combat, but with the ability to see into the future, he has a strong bonus. Then we have Sanguinius of the Blood Angel, another future seer, but he is very strong and fast too. So he's gonna win, or I think he's gonna win, very probably. Then we have Ferrus Manus, with the strong melee abilities and the craft power, but self-confident, which is not good in combat. I wouldn't say he's gonna win. Then we have the Angron, with the brutal power strength, but it's uncontrollable makes him weak. Guilliman is a master tactician, but in a fight against the other Primarchs he wouldn't win. Mortarion is tough, but not strong enough to hold with the other Primarchs. Magnus' incredible psychic powers would destroy everyone, but The armors of each Primarch giving grand protection against psychic powers, so Magnus wouldn't win in this combat. The massive Chaos Horus has the greatest chance to win. He's strong, he's powerful, he has the support of all 4 Chaos Gods. I would set him on the list too, he could win. Then with Logger of the World Bearers, he has no chance, because he's just charismatic and not strong. Then we have Vulcan, the really strong and tough Salamander Primarch. But he's sometimes underestimating his enemies, but his strong and his toughness makes him really dangerous. I would set him on the list too, he could win. Corvus Corax, the Master of Stealth, isn't very strong because it's so much enemies you couldn't use stealth very well. And the same it's on Alpharius. So, who we have on the list? First we have Leman Russ, Conrad Curse, Horus Lupercal, and Vulcan the Dragon. So, Leman Russ isn't strong enough to beat Horus. Horus would destroy Leman Russ. Vulcan is not as strong as Horus too. Sanguinius has better future seeing as Conrad because he's strong and additional. So the last 2 enemies are Horus Lupercal and Sanguinius, which fight we already had in the story of the Horus Heresy. So you know who's gonna win. Very surprising, right? But if Horus isn't defected with Chaos, Sanguinius would stand a chance and maybe win this battle. What do you think? Like and subscribe. Bye.